Namaste, this is Sri Bala, the food historian from Chennai. I research in ancient Tamil food and the Sangam literature, and I'm going to do a Kathal ghee roast. So I'm just waiting for people to join. Namaste.
25, 37.
So this is Sri Bala. I'm from Chennai. I do food research in ancient food from the Sangam literature, and I also do the research in all the 4 states of South India. We are going to do the Kathal ghee roast today. So let me wait for a few minutes till people join and then we will start. Maybe 1 or 2 more minutes and then I will start. Post which you can always ask me questions. My daughter will be helping me reading the questions and I will be answering it to you all. Maybe 1 more minute, I'll just wait and then I'll start off. I hope you would love this session. It's a very simple recipe. I'll be explaining while I'm doing it. I'm cooking Kathal ghee roast, the raw jackfruit ghee roast. I'm using Amul Desi ghee. So we are going to use Amul Desi ghee and we are going to cook the recipe. So I think I can go ahead and start the recipe. So this is the raw jackfruit. What I have done is I have cut them and I have boiled it with curd, salt and turmeric, and I have semi-boiled this. If you see here, it is semi-boiled and I have kept it ready here. The most important is the paste which we make for the ghee roast. This ghee roast paste has got the specific Karnataka chili called the Badge chili. With that we have the dhania, then we have cloves, that is coriander seeds, then you have cloves, then you have cumin, then black pepper, then we need to add few pods of garlic, and you'll have to roast it nicely. You'll have to first roast the red chili separately, dry roast it and keep it aside. I'll repeat it again. The red chili, specifically you need to use the Bangalore chili, the Badge, the Karnataka chili, which will look like little shrunk. That chili you need to use. You have to roast it dry and then you take it aside. Then you need to add the coriander or the dhania. Then you need to add black pepper, then the cumin, then cloves, methi, fenugreek, and roast it nicely. Then add the coconut, the grated coconut, tamarind paste, and then jaggery. And you need to make a nice paste like this and keep it ready. If you want, I can show it a little closer. I hope it is visible. So this is a very important paste for the ghee roast. What we are going to do now is, let me switch it on. First, we are going to take some Amul ghee, very little of ghee right now. Let it heat for a while. This is parboiled or semi-boiled. I'll repeat the way I have done it. This, you need to cut the raw jackfruit into dices and you need to add curd, little bit of turmeric, the haldi and salt, half salt, and give a nice boil. You should not put, if you're putting it in a cooker, don't use the whistle, it will overcook. We don't want it to be overcooked, it has to be parboiled. So you'll have to just, open cooking also you can do, and you'll have to make it little thick or not overcooked. Okay, if you see here, it is not overcooked, it's not be mushy. I'm going to add it here. It is with the salt, little salt and curd. I'm going to wait till the curd dissolves and becomes little dry. Then I am going to add the paste. If you see, the curd is vaporizing here. I want it to be dry. I have reduced the heat now. The reason is I am going to add the masala. As I told you, this is the masala I have made and I have kept.
Can you repeat what the masala contains?
Yeah, the masala contains a special chili, the Karnataka chili, the Badge chili, that you need to dry roast first and keep it aside. Then you need to add coriander, cumin, black pepper, methi, cloves.
How much curd to use?
It depends on the quantity. How much ever, like if you are using the whole kettle, see for this is about 200 grams of kettle, I have used 4 tablespoons of curd. Let's wait till the flavors are absorbed in the kettle. Garlic you need to add only few pods. In case you are someone who doesn't have garlic, you can avoid garlic, not at all a problem. I'm going to add little salt here. The reason is, while I was boiling it, I had only added half salt. So I'm going to add little salt. I'm going to add little salt. It's a very iconic dish in Mangalore, and it is actually made with a non-veg, but we are making it with a vegetarian version. Once the rawness of the masala goes, we will be adding the ghee. We have already added ghee. We are going to add little more ghee in this. The entire process is going to be done only with ghee. That's why it's called a ghee roast. Let's wait for a few seconds for the rawness to go. If there is any questions, you can ask me now. If you want me to repeat anything, any process, you can tell me, I will repeat it. With the masala, it is the special red chili, the Bangalore or the Karnataka chili called the Badge, and then that has to be dry roasted and set aside. The other ingredients which go into it are coriander or the dhania, then methi dana. You will have to add very few methi dana because it will become too kadwa. So avoid too much of adding methi. Then cumin, that is jeera, black pepper, and few pods of garlic cloves and grated coconut. That needs to be roasted with jaggery and tamarind pulp. We need to make a nice paste of this.
How much ghee did you use?
First I have used 1 ladle. Now while finishing I am going to use 2 ladles of ghee. Because this is entirely this recipe is full of ghee and cooked only with ghee. And we have the desi ghee of Amul. So we will indulge in it. A most tasty recipe. This can be paired with neer dosa.
Should we use Kashmiri chili or Andhra chili?
No, in case it's actually, if you don't get the, it is actually the Karnataka chili called the badge. If you don't get the Kashmiri, the badge chili, you can always use the Kashmiri chilies, and you can add little bit of Guntur chili for the spice. If it is too less, this has to be little spicy. So if we are adding a Kashmiri chili which is not less spicy but more of color, then you need to add little bit of Guntur chilies. Jaggery and tamarind is also added in this paste. That's very, very essential.
Short recap to till now what have you done?
Yeah, I will do a short recap now. I have taken a cuttle and I have cut them, the raw jackfruit. I have cut them, except the skin. I have used everything, the seeds, everything, because it's a very, very tender vegetable. So what I have done is, before it becomes a fruit, it's a raw, right now it's like a raw vegetable. That I have boiled with salt, turmeric, a little bit of curd, and I have squeezed. After taking it out, I have parboiled. After taking out, I have added 1 more spoon of curd and a bit of lemon juice, and I have marinated it. Okay. Now the final stage, what we are doing right now is, I have added 1 ladle of ghee and I put the marinated cuttle, and I wanted the curd to get evaporated. Once the curd got evaporated, I have added the masala. Whatever you know, like for this 200 grams, I have used about this 3 spoons of the masala I have used. And then I have added little salt. We have already added salt while parboiling. I have added little salt. This goes very well with white rice, or you can also do the neer dosa. A very simple neer dosa will be nice with this. Time to add the ghee. Amul Desi ghee we have used. I am going to increase the heat.
Mangaloreans like this neer dosa.
Yes,
It's your
yes.
favorite dish.
Yes, of course. It will go very well with the neer dosa.
Can you please give the measurements for red chili?
How much quantity you are doing. In case you are doing 250 grams of cuttle, you need about 8 red chilies.
Tamarind
Tamarind, quarter cup of tamarind pulp is enough.
and
I would
jaggery.
say cup, in the sense, see, cup measurement in India we use it without the international measurements. We don't use the international measurements for cups. So whenever we say cups, the same cup for all the ingredients in that recipe, we call it as a cup. So in case for a 250 grams of cuttle, you can use 1 cup of this, which is like a quarter cup of a normal 100 grams. So 25 to 30 ml of tamarind pulp.
And how much jaggery for 200 grams of cuttle?
10 grams I would say. Very, very little you need. Cloves is 3 pods of cloves. So this is done now. I'm going to add some curry leaves. The aroma is too good, and especially when it is 1 o'clock, and it's lunchtime now. All you need is some ghee dosa or fresh rice, and you're done. Done now. I'm going to switch it off. Let's plate it. If you see, I've used a special leaf here. This leaf in all your places, in all your gardens, it will be available. This is in Tamil, it's called the Nochkotta Ela. It's very, very edible, and you can actually, like a patrode in Karnataka, where they use the Mangaloreans, you can apply the masala, roll it and steam it, and just like you do a patrode, you can do with this leaf also. In case you find this in the gardens, please start using this leaf. I'm using that leaf. Let's plate it.
A substitute for jackfruit?
Yam, surang or jimmy-gun you can use. You can use soya chunks. So, yummy cuttle ghee roast is ready.
While adding the coconut paste,
Yes.
how can we reduce the taste of coconut granules?
No, I'm not able to understand the question.
While adding coconut paste,
Yes.
a viewer says that he feels the coconut granules in his mouth.
You need to grind it more. You need to pay, while grinding, we'll have to grind this, no? While grinding this masala, you need to add the coconut. So it will get nice paste.
Can you please name the leaf again?
I do not know the leaf's name in my language. My language I know it as Nochkotta Ela. This is a garden leaf. In any garden, in any park, you will find this leaf. Probably once the live is over, what I'll do is I'll give you the botanical name of it and preferably the Hindi name for this.
क्या आरबी यूज कर सकते हैं?
क्या यूज कर सकते हो?
आरबी
यूज कर सकते हैं, जरूर यूज कर सकते हैं. अरबी को पहले उबालना पड़ेगा, पार बॉईल करना है. Okay, so let's move on to the next dish. It's a very simple one. I'll just move this. I clear the table now. So the second dish, what we are going to do is the mangoes, because mangoes are in season. So definitely we need to use mangoes and Amul whipping cream. Okay, we are going to use these and also the dark chocolate of Amul. I have used 90% bitter chocolate of Amul. What I have done is this. You need to buy the whipping cream of Amul and store it. You'll have to store it in the refrigerator overnight. Okay, and then you need to use sugar, then whipping cream, and you need to melt this chocolate and beat it into a nice cream consistency. Similarly, mango also the same way. Sugar, whipping cream and mango puree. You need to nicely whip it, and we are going to do it in short glasses. Let me show this. So Amul, bitter, chocolate and whipping cream. I am using this. So what I have done is I have whipped and I have kept here. First layer is the dark chocolate. In case you don't have a piping bags, many people don't have a piping bag. I am going to show you how to use a bag which you have got in your home. Okay, you can use a normal bag which is airtight and there are no holes elsewhere. You can use the same bag and seal the top. From the bottom you can cut it and use it. So I am making people use this recipe with who do not have a piping bag.
Could you please repeat this recipe?
Yes, I will do. I am going to add some great fine chopped mangoes, and with dark chocolate always cinnamon will go very nice. So a drizzle of cinnamon powder on top. I'll do one more and show you. While doing it, I'll tell you the recipe. What I've done is, this whipping cream, I've left it overnight in the refrigerator. This whipping cream, I have left it in the refrigerator overnight, and then this morning while beating it, I have taken a glass bowl which is also kept in the fridge and it was cold. In that I have added the whipping cream, I have used the castor sugar, and then I have melted the bitter chocolate, Amul bitter chocolate. Amul bitter chocolate 90%, I have used 90%. I have done one of this. The next is whipping cream, castor sugar and mango puree. As I told you, if you don't have the bags, you can always use the bags which you are having in your home, just that the shape won't come properly, that's okay. After all, it's a home food. I am going to add some cut mangoes and some cinnamon powder on top. A dark chocolate will go very well with cinnamon powder. So this is also ready. I think I can take the questions. While whipping the cream, you need to keep a ice bath at the bottom. I'll repeat this process again. You need to keep this in the refrigerator overnight. Buy a Amul whipping. You cannot, whipping cream, you will never get a cream from your normal fresh cream. You need to use a whipping cream, and this whipping cream you need to put it in the fridge the previous night, and on the next day when you are using it, this has to be at near 0 degree, and then you need to have a ice bath at the bottom, and the glass also should be cold. In that we will be adding castor sugar, then the melted bitter chocolate and the whipping cream, and we'll be whipping it nicely till it becomes a nice cream. When you remove it from the whipper, you will be able to see the creamy layer. Till that you need to keep whipping it and then transfer it into a piping bag. So I have done the 2 layer. What you need to do is this, since this is little loose, I did not dab it. Otherwise you need to dab it like this and set it. Any questions? Can I repeat this recipe? Should I repeat the ghee roast recipe? Anyone wants it, I can repeat it. What we have done is, we have parboiled the katal. While parboiling, we have added a pinch of turmeric, 3 spoons of, I have used about 250 grams of katal, 200 to 250 grams of katal. In that, I have added 3 tablespoons of curd while cooking, parboiling, pinch of a little half salt and turmeric. I have boiled it nicely. I have taken it out. While after taking it out, I have added another 1 teaspoon of curd and I have marinated it for 1 hour minimum. Then when I came here, what I have done is, in a pan, first I added the ghee. I have added 1 ladle of Amul Desi ghee first, and then I added the parboiled katal. And I wanted the curd to get evaporated. I waited till then. Then I have used the masala. I have adjusted the salt. Then in the finishing, at the finishing stage, I have added 2 ladles of ghee and curry leaves. So that is the recipe. So I think it's been an awesome live session.
Can you please upload the recipe in detail?
I will definitely do it. Post the live, I will upload it. I will also give the way the masala has to be made. While I am giving the measurement will be for 250 grams of katal. So you need to either increase or decrease according to your measurements. And also I will give you the substitutes for the red chilies in case you don't get the Badge chili in your city.
Where can we follow you in social media?
Yeah, I am actually active in social media. I am in Instagram, I am in Twitter. I also have recently I've started my YouTube. I specialize in one pot meals. You can always follow me. In all the places it's Shri Bala. SHRA Bala. You can always follow me in all the other social media. I am also new to TikTok, I am learning it. I am new to YouTube as well as TikTok. I am trying to do 1-minute video in TikTok also.
Do we keep this batter in the fridge to rest before use?
Which batter? No, there is no batter here. We have boiled the katal, then we have added the masala. There is no batter here.
Do we keep the chocolate and mango mixture in the fridge before use?
After whipping, probably if you feel it is too loose, you can put it in the fridge for it to set. Not at all a problem. Then it will become little tight. You can even add pinch of chili flakes on top to beat the monotony of sweetness. You can do that also. So during season, whichever season the fruit is, you can use that fruit. Not at all a problem.
Will you be uploading this recipe later?
Yes, I will do that. Okay, thank you so much, and thank you Amul for giving me this platform to showcase the ancient recipe. Thanks once again.